Yo, happy Throwback Thursday. We hope you're having a good week. We certainly are. We, right now, as of this recording, we are in Greece, living it up, having some fun, sun everywhere. It's hot. We've seen the Athens and all that kind of stuff. So, the Athens. But we having fun out here. And we still got some throwbacks for you. We're throwing it back to Dunning. Dunning was very interesting. A crazy like story, cemetery, how they treated people, psych wards. It's wild. You'll want to hear this one. It's a pretty good throwback. I won't keep you too long. We partying, we having fun here. So y'all go ahead and enjoy community area number 17. Dunning. This episode originally aired November 1st, 2021, almost 3 years ago. Enjoy. 77 Flavors of Chicago, take 20.
Hey,
21. Hey.
This is the podcast where we visit all 77 of Chicago's historic neighborhoods and discuss their heritage and taste the amazing food.
And if you know anything about us, we love two things, food and Chicago, so I can't wait to burn this gas money.
You ready?
Let's get it.
This is the 77 Flavors of Chicago, the podcast.
Yeah. Yeah, buddy, we back.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah. How you doing?
Fantastic.
Fantastic. Me too. I'm good.
Fucking tastic.
We dropping in bombs early. Hey. Welcome to another episode of 77 Flavors of Chicago, where we teach you about Chicago and talk about some food in the area. And
Ariel.
And area.
In the area. Oh, okay.
Yeah. You said we talk about like, the history and Ariel. Yeah, we out here. Mermaids are real, y'all.
They are.
Somebody gonna be like, please stop this.
They can be.
Nah,
they mermaids can be real. You don't know that. Like 70% of the ocean is not discovered yet.
Hey, look.
Just saying, you don't know what's down there.
First of all,
that's what she said. Hey.
That's what she said.
Thank you. Coming in hot with these.
You coming in hot? We'll give you a coin early. That was good. That was good. Much. I don't believe. I don't believe that a mermaid or a whole species, whatever they want to be called, are they in the ocean and they just ain't came out ever.
There's a bunch of we discover new species and things every day.
Okay, we ain't discovering no mermaid.
That's probably
when's that day coming?
Well, because we haven't discovered like 70% of the ocean.
Okay, I mean,
it's like saying there's no aliens. We haven't seen any yet.
Shoot, some people look different. I mean, but I ain't here. I'm not.
You say if you ugly.
No, that ain't what I'm saying. I'm just saying.
Daria thinks you're ugly, guys.
Stop.
That's what he said. That's what she said.
No, I ain't say that.
Yes,
I ain't say that. I just said mermaids are real. Ain't real.
Are real.
Ain't real.
Are.
Ain't.
We could do this for like 20 minutes.
Yeah, we can.
We are both the oldest of three.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of experience.
Mm-hmm. I'm not going. I don't bend. I don't fold. Yeah, I know what I know. And I know mermaids ain't real.
You don't know. You can't say you know that for a fact. I'm not saying they're real, but saying you know that they're not real is a bit extreme. You can't know. How do you know?
We ain't never seen it.
So? You never seen God and you believe in God?
Yeah. I mean, never would have made it. Sorry. Without you.
All right.
Okay. All right.
You know what? Mermaids aren't real. Let's move on. That was...
Never would have made it. I'm sorry. Okay. All right.
We'll edit that part out.
No, we not. We gonna keep it in. People need to hear about the. No.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Let's move on.
We'll move on.
How's your week?
Oh, my week is going good. I don't even know what's going on this week. I mean, we had a good week. We always have good weeks. Yeah. We always have.
It was a jam-packed week.
It was, man, show after show after show.
Yeah.
I love it. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
We was in and out of these clubs. I was tired. I'm tired.
Not like nightclubs. No. Guys, comedy clubs.
No, I'm too old for the nightclub.
Oh, we
comedy
know
club.
that.
Comedy club. I'm ready to go to sleep soon as, look, I can't dance on the floor no more. I get winded after the Running Man. I do. I get a headache as soon as I get up and start moving too fast. Like this old age just different.
Different.
Cause I'm fit. I'm fit now. I ain't like.
Yeah, but your body is still decomposing.
Yep. Decomposing.
It is. It's like dying on the inside.
Wow. What the hell? No.
It is. It's literally.
No, I age backwards. What you mean?
Okay.
I got Benjamin Button. Yeah. Benny B.
You extra loud today.
Wow. Am I? Y'all, am I
energy wise?
Y'all,
y'all,
are they adjusting their volume in their car on their headphones?
Somebody's like, God.
Man, he up here singing off key. Never would have made it.
We need to issue a headphone.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I apologize, y'all. I'm gonna be. I'm sorry. You know I can sing though. If I get some classes, I'm actually decent.
Yeah.
You said.
Sometimes every now and then you hit a note.
Every now and then I do be hitting notes sometimes, y'all.
You do be hitting notes.
I do. Sometimes, but
all right. Okay, all right. Let's talk about anything else.
Yeah, let's talk about Chicago. Why
are you yelling at me right now?
I don't know why I'm so loud this episode.
Like, people are listening in with headphones.
Y'all, I'm so sorry. I apologize. This is my second time.
We're talking about Chicago. Like, they know. They are aware. They tuned into this. It's called 77 Flavors of Chicago.
Okay. Hey, I like that.
Give them like a late night radio voice.
Okay, here you go. You ready for this? You ready for this? Watch this.
But don't do too much because I'll fight somebody. Okay? Don't do too much.
No, look, hey, people can feel how they want to feel. This is 77 Flavors of Chicago.
Calm down. All right, calm down with all that energy. Nobody said. Okay, this is not like late night.
No.
All right, I'm gonna like late afternoon on your drive home, Steve Bertrand vibe. Okay,
Steve Bertrand. Hey, you are listening to 720 WGN Radio. Wow. This is Steve.
They're never gonna have us on there ever again.
Shout out to Steve, man.
Steve gonna be like, "You don't get the fuck off my radio station."
Steve got a good radio voice. I got a good radio voice too. If I really actually try, we're gonna be talking about Dunning today.
Hey,
yeah, Dunning.
Hey. We can talk about whatever you want.
Community area number 17. So for those of you keeping track,
yeah.
If I really use this voice, man, I think our listeners might go.
And then you do that loud.
Wow. You said my boy out here sound like the Riddler. I sound like a worse version of the Joker. All right, man. Look, let me live, man. Today you just talked about me. I've been too loud on here. You got me out here using my nighttime voice.
I mean, it doesn't have to be your nighttime voice. It just needs to be not to whatever it is.
Wow. Okay. That's
it's your outside voice.
All right, y'all.
Just because I feel bad for the people listening with headphones.
Me too. I do feel bad. I feel bad. And I was singing off key. Yeah. All in y'all ear. God damn. I'm so sorry.
They're not listening anymore, so it's fine.
Look, please, if I can save y'all, please just come back.
Baby, come back.
Baby. Here we go again singing.
I'm sorry.
Look, we got about another 50 minutes. How far are we into this episode, man?
Like 4 minutes.
We got like 50 minutes left. Y'all come rock with us. Anyway, we went to Dunning.
Hey, I never heard of this place.
In
my life, gun to my head.
Yeah.
Dunning in Illinois or not, I'd be like, you know what? Probably not. I'm dying right there.
You said, is it in Illinois or not? I'm done dying. I'm going done die.
Yeah.
I done died. Stop. All right. But the funny thing is, what's this is you're right.
Never heard of it.
That's like singer 2 Chainz. I mean not 2 Chainz.
What's his name? Mariah Carey's ex-husband. Name one of his songs.
Name one of his songs
right now.
No shit.
Gun to your head.
Man, name a Nick Cannon. Sing a Nick Cannon song. I'm a gigolo and lots of dough. Hey, that's it. Somebody said pick up and kill it and kill it. Stop. Like I said,
he do be having babies though.
This man gonna say, he gonna say he done.
Okay.
We don't believe you. You need more people. All right, here it is. We're gonna talk about Dunning, y'all. Y'all ready to talk about Dunning? Let's get into what we really do here. Y'all ready? They ready? They not ready.
Turn the volume down though.
No. Hey.
Jazz hands.
You're now rocking with 77 Flavors of Chicago. I'm Dario. That is Sarah over there. We're going to talk about the community area of Dunning. Number 17, if you keep in track. And this story is...
All right, be serious.
Okay, I'm being serious. Okay. All right, this actually is the day after Halloween, y'all. And y'all probably been drinking. Y'all probably celebrated. Y'all probably got suited up. You might be hungover, and you're gonna be listening to us. And this is probably,
before you start, you know when my favorite time to listen to our podcast is, and now that it's on YouTube, I like to prop up my phone as I'm working on my little Excel sheets at work, right? Because we have full-time jobs. Yeah. As I'm working on my little Excel sheet, I prop up my phone and I watch our little faces on YouTube, and that is my favorite time.
It is pretty.
Because I'm just sitting at my desk for like a couple hours, so. That's what I do. So you
come rock with us.
Yeah.
And this is a good one because it's perfect that we did this one after Halloween.
Right.
This got some pretty creepy stuff to it. Ooh. Yeah, it is. Ooh, I think I got a creepy button right here. I do have a.
Yeah, that's loud.
We about to get scary, y'all.
Turn that shit down.
Okay, what is going on? Is maybe your headphones just up?
Maybe my headphones are loud.
Maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
Your headphones are not loud enough, so you're not hearing what I'm hearing.
So you said my ears are bad. Okay, bad. Anyway,
it just happens with age.
So check this out with Dunning. Okay, listen to the origins of Dunning. Right. Okay. So 1851, it was prairie land, and it was a good space. Cook County thought it would be a good space for prairies and a poor farm.
A what?
A poor farm. Now, pause, y'all, because I'm not just saying this, and I don't want to disrespect anybody. So let me explain what a poor farm is. Have you ever heard the phrase, "Man, y'all gonna keep on spending this money and gonna take me to the poorhouse"? You ever heard that phrase? Okay, you're not as old as me. For those that's old,
also I'm not from here, so there's a lot of things
that's very true. That's very true. But so, people used to say, "Man, you're going to take me to the poorhouse." That's a real thing. So the poorhouse, poor farm or poorhouse was a place where people can come, have food, have work, shelter, and eat, and they can give them a job. And you work on the farm when you didn't have money to survive on your own. So you go there, and they basically gave you a place to live, right? A place to live and a way to survive.
Okay, you know what's funny? So I just finished reading this book with my book club called The Four Winds. Yeah. And it talks about the Great Depression and the Dust Bowl.
Yeah, yeah.
And they were in Texas. They were the family that this book talks about. They were from Texas. And when they moved to California, they lived on like a compound type thing, like an enclosed compound where you live there and you basically live on credit. So you work in these farms.
That's what that is.
And they give you credit and then you pay back once the season starts. But
it's like indentured servant.
Right.
That's what that kind of...
Yeah. But it was, in the book it sounded terrible.
Yeah, well, I'm sure it wasn't the best. Because like
you never got out of poverty.
Right, when you're always in debt. You always owe somebody.
You're always in debt.
Yeah, you always owe somebody. That's basically what this is.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah. So now here's the thing about poorhouses and poor farms. They declined. The use of poor farms and poor houses declined after the Social Security Act of 1935. And get this is yesteryear. Not up until they pretty much disappeared. Right around 1950. When you think about that,
crazy.
That's crazy. Like that's something that is just, I guess,
not that long ago.
Not that long ago. We talking 70 years. 70 years ago.
Shit, I can't do that kind of math.
Yeah.
I'll just trust you.
It's 70. It's about
50 and 20. Yeah, 70. It's literally 71 years.
Yeah, 71 years. So it's been a while.
Crazy.
Yeah, right. But that just seemed like it was just the 90s is still relatively.
Not that long ago.
Anyone
that was born in the 90s is still young.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
And in the 50s,
it's
just my daddy is 60.
Right,
so 61. So he, it's different. He didn't use the term poorhouse couple times with us in the family. I'm just saying. Also, when they want to use that space back in 1851, Cook County, they built an insane asylum.
Oh God.
Yes.
Lord have mercy.
Yes. So here's where the story of Dunning really gets, like, I was shook doing my research and learning about this. In 1870, they built an insane asylum and they had about 1,000 patients there, right? In 1880s, they built 2 more insane asylum. Yeah. So
but here's my question: is I bet you what qualified as insane was very different as to what qualifies as insane nowadays.
Right. You know,
because like women that had opinions were insane.
Yeah,
so like,
that
probably full of like women that wanted to vote.
Yeah, right. And they had like tuberculosis and stuff like that. They would take
right,
the
it was
patients
actual illnesses.
Yeah, right. And they were like, "Man, you crazy," you know, you know what I mean? Like that, you ain't sick, you just crazy, you know. So I mean, all that
electrocute.
Yeah, right. It's ridiculous, you know. So here's it gets wilder. Andrew Dunning purchased 120 acres and allocated 40 of those acres to residential homes. He wanted to build houses and things like that. But the population didn't grow because it was too close to the insane asylum. So
nobody wanted to live there.
Nobody wanted to live there. So the people that got money was like, "No, we're not living next to the crazy people." You know, so
damn, that's terrible.
It's horrible, right? It's horrible. This gets crazier. You know, this gets crazier, right? So that, you know, the population stalled, right? Annexed to the city eventually, right? And it was actually a part of the Jefferson Township. And we mentioned that a whole bunch. A lot of the places up north in that area, part of the Jefferson Township purchase. And so that's what Andrew Dunning did. In 1886, an investigation found that there was misconduct and to the patients, gambling and everything. It was just mistreating the people,
right? Of course. I swear, I don't know how they got away with all the medical shit they did in like the 40s and the 50s.
Yeah, I mean, you know, and
like
this,
how?
You're talking about the 19. We talking about 1800, 19th century.
Right.
Yeah,
this is probably even worse.
It was
probably
even worse.
Like draining all of your blood and then giving
check
you,
this
like,
out.
pig's blood or something.
Check this out. In 1989, right? 1989, development began near Irving Park Road and Narragansett Avenue. And what they did when they started building, they found the discovery of human remains.
Oh, stop.
Yes. Human remains that were from around that area where the insane asylum and the poorhouse. Yep. And this is crazy. It led to the rediscovery of the Cook County Potter's Field, which had been located next to the poor farms and the insane asylums. And approximately 38,000 people were buried between 1850 and the 1920s.
Jeez.
So could you imagine trying to build a building, facility, whatever you're trying to build?
Nope.
And all of a sudden, you start digging in bodies. 38,000.
A terrible omen.
Man, that is.
You know what? Well, we talked about this when we were driving through Uptown last week or something. Yeah. And we were talking about how it's really weird that there's a city around cemeteries. Mm-hmm. Like the Arabs are like Romans, like. Yeah. The cemeteries are on the outskirts of the city outline. Mm-hmm. Like no one lives by cemeteries. Right. At all. You have to drive like a couple hours to get to it. It's so far away. So it always like blows my mind that we just live
by cemeteries.
Yeah,
that's different. It's very different. I mean, but it's not different because this is what we used to for us. You know what I mean? Right. I know for you it's gotta be different. You know, we were watching that the Egyptian
the
documentary. I watched all of them over the pandemic, and it was crazy to me. You're right.
All of them. He means all the documentaries, not just the Egyptian ones.
Yeah, right. I was getting my knowledge up, boy. I stepped my game up. But it was crazy because like the Tomb of Pharaohs or what is it, the Desert of Pharaohs or something, I can't remember. That was like 2 hours, 5 hours away.
Yeah,
from Cairo.
So you have Cairo, and so where the pyramids are, where the tombs are, is across the river from where people actually live.
Right.
So no one lives near the pyramids where the pharaohs used to be buried.
Right. And then we talk about the desert down south.
Right.
South. You know, like that's like 5 hours away from Cairo.
A lot of ancient civilizations did not bury inside their cities.
Wow, that's different. I didn't even pay attention to that.
Yeah.
You know, that's I don't know. You know, I know what I know here.
I don't know why.
Shoot, we want to be grandma be passed away. You be like, oh, don't take my grandma, but no, bury her here.
That was absolutely ridiculous
Yeah, I
because
know.
it started before.
Hey, look,
That's funny.
I knew I wanted my grandmama close.
Yeah.
Just in case I want to go. You know, like just in case you want to go see. I ain't trying to drive a couple hours, you know.
Yeah.
You want to bury him close by you. That's
can
our
go
way of
visit.
thinking. Right. But so I do want to I'll clean up, you know, about Dunning because it's a very nice place, right?
Yeah.
Very nice place, but I found this very interesting. There's also a small park called the Reed Dunning Memorial Park. It was established
Like
in
they redid it?
Yeah, Reed, R-E-A-D.
Not re.
No, not Reed. Hold on, let me give you this.
Bruh.
Reed.
I thought you said redunning.
Wow.
I didn't realize you said read.
That's my
Dunning.
enunciation is look.
It's the Midwestern accent.
It's the Ebonics in me. I know it. You can just
No,
say
it's the Midwestern accent. There's like half the letters disappear.
I say finna. I see ain't. I say can't.
That's a completely different thing.
Okay. Look, I can't finna understand what you talking about.
I don't think
Anyway,
logistically that is.
it don't work. Grammy, even for Ebonics, that was wrong.
Yeah, that was like a white person trying to speak it.
Come on. Let's let me get through this. Yeah, so it was established in 2002 to memorialize all the people that had found all 38,000 and for that insane asylum. Now, the population, back to the population. So obviously that was like a big thing for them. They couldn't get population there. You know, it was just tough in that area, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't until very, very, very late that they started to get a huge population boom. And here's some stats for you. In 1909, population was 1305, so 1,305 people. Census of 2000, it was about 42.
You say 2000 what?
2000. Just 2000. Just 2000. The population was at 42,000 people.
Oh, wow.
Primarily Polish population.
Okay.
Primary Polish. Now, you know, we'll get to the food. And obviously, it's more diverse now. But here, get this. Get this. 1 in 3 people in Dunning is Polish. Which, reason why I bring that stat up, that stat is because that is the highest rate of any ethnic group in Chicago.
Really?
Yes.
I thought the Arabs in Bridgeview had it.
You
Technically,
Yeah.
that is not Chicago, technically.
Yeah, right. So, but that's different. I didn't realize
That is interesting.
It's very interesting.
Oh, okay.
Now, you know, I it's Halloween. We just had Halloween, so as I'm reading this, I'm like I gotta
Technically,
start
it's
with that.
Day of the Dead.
It is Day of the Dead today. Yes, it is.
Well,
if you are
the day
listening,
that you're listening.
Yeah, the
if
day
you're
you-
listening on Monday.
yeah, if you listen to it when it's
It
come
is
out,
Day of the
it is
Dead.
Day of the Dead.
Yeah. Honestly, Day of the Dead is like one of my favorite holidays.
That is one of your favorite holidays.
Yeah, because like when I was living in Mexico, it was just amazing. So
Mm-hmm.
they have these things that they build, which are kind of like an offering, right?
Like in Coco.
Like in Coco,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, where you know someone that.
I mean, Coco didn't have no reason to be that heavy.
It was so good.
Oh, it was great, but
I
was
cried so much.
Look, I mean, crocodile tears towards the end.
Crocodile tears means fake tears. You got to stop using it in that context.
Well, whatever. I had some big ass tears coming
Okay.
down my head.
Okay.
And I'm telling you,
Yeah,
I
it was
could-
so sad.
Boy.
Especially because it has to do with grandmas, and my
Yeah.
grandma died, and I was just like,
I'm sitting there. You ever get that lump in your throat because you trying not to cry?
trying to be toxic
You trying
and not cry.
you trying to be tough, and just sit there. I'm
say
sitting there. I do that big ass gulp. All you hear is.
Why
That's all you heard.
why did we both laugh like this?
Oh no!
Must be so
all I know is
annoying to
Coco.
listen to.
Coco, whoever made Coco had it out for everybody. They
Yeah.
was like, "Yeah, we about to get the waterworks going."
Yeah, it
Y'all
was
gonna
such
leak.
a good movie.
It was great.
But like, and I lived in Querétaro, which is like hour or something, 2 hours north of Mexico City, and it's a city, but it's pretty small. Obviously, in comparison to Mexico City, every city is small, but it's a pretty small city. And in the main, like the old part of the city center, these plazas, people would just set them up like that. There was a local group that would organize them, and people would just put up these like offerings, and they were just so beautiful, and like the whole thing. And I think it's Day of the Dead is so interesting because it's like when Catholicism came to Central America, they said, all right, you can keep part of your beliefs. So you have Catholics, like religious church going folk that still believe in Day of the Dead, which is not a Catholic belief.
I mean, shoot, it's black people that still believe Tupac alive. So
That's not the same thing.
I'm just saying,
Not the same.
People can believe anything.
But I was kind of relating it to like how when Islam came, it allowed because in Bedouin culture there was a lot of that like evil eye and witchcraft and like protection from like the dark witchcrafts and stuff like that and dark energy. So Islam came, and even though it steers you away from that, it says you don't take part in that because that is not foretelling the future, is against the word of God or whatever. And so, but they allowed the Bedouins to keep that. So that's why you see a lot of Arabs wearing that like evil eye or
that's what that's for.
Yeah, so it's like to ward off evil spirits and evil energy. But technically, it's not part of the religion. But because it was in that area, and to make people like more comfortable with the idea of their religion, they were like, all right, you can keep parts of what you believed in already. And that's what Catholicism did in Central America with Day of the Dead and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's
Isn't that?
That's it. That's interesting. I mean, this world big as hell. There's a lot I don't know.
This word big as hell.
It is. Because it's a lot of stuff I just don't know. You know?
I mean, same.
Yeah, true. But it's like you just don't. I listen to you talking, like even knowing about Chicago, like learning about Dunning. First of all, didn't know it was part of Chicago. Dunning.
Yeah.
What?
Me neither.
You know, but when you think about it, Harlem and Irving Park Plaza is over there.
Right.
And I've been there before.
Right.
Like I've been there to work. You know,
and you just didn't pay attention to your surroundings. And
No.
I think that's like why we do this, is so that you can, next time you're in this neighborhood or in this community,
Ask where you at.
you can like pay attention to where you are.
Yeah.
Even if it's a place where we haven't been to yet, or, you know, you're going to for the first time and
right.
we are your only frame of reference for some reason.
Right. We steering you right though.
But I mean, like, if we are your only frame of reference and you haven't been there yet and this is the first time you're going,
Yeah.
pay attention to where you are. Like,
Yeah.
maybe pull out your phone. Take advantage of the fact that you literally have every piece of information on the face of this planet that is accessible to the average person in the palm of your hand.
Yeah.
And you could just look this stuff up. There's a lot of really cool, I mean, even when we do cover these community areas, we're not covering everything,
No,
obviously.
and
like,
you know, we gonna catch it on the come around.
right, of course. But like, we're trying to kind of like give an idea of
what's going on.
yeah.
And I think we're doing a good job. But there's so
Yeah, I
much
hope so.
Chicago, right. I mean, we still doing that thing.
Numbers say we're doing a good job.
People
Hey.
still listening. Hey, you know,
or that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's interesting that we go to these places and we don't pay attention to where we are. You know, I guess you shouldn't probably think, where did this start? You know what I mean? Like maybe,
Right.
but I guess if you inquiring minds want to know, you know, like that's why we're here.
And
But
you should pay attention to things like if you're looking around and a building looks kind of
Different.
old, or you see a sculpture on the outside of the building or a name or something, look it up. Most of the time you'll find something. Like the other day in Lincoln Park or in off Belmont, and Ashland, right? There's this building that says, I think it said like Schiller and Son or something like that. And I was like, what is that? Like, no store. It was chiseled into the stone. I was like, no store around here says that. And I looked it up, and it was like a 1920s shoe store. Right. And he was a cobbler, right? And they just kept it there because it's part of the historical preservation of that. And that was like such a cool thing to read about. So more often than not, there's a lot of historically preserved structures all over Chicago that you can, and if you didn't participate in the Chicago Architecture Center or Open House Chicago, you could still download the app technically and look at that stuff
and watch our videos on there too.
Hey.
I gotta have that air horn more accessible.
But yeah, I mean, Chicago's a wonderful city. And
history everywhere.
Literally, there's a bit of history everywhere.
Yeah. Dunning is fantastic also. I know we're going to get into the food, but the vibe is dope. I mean, like, it feels, you know what? When we were driving, you said, man, here we go, suburb vibes.
Yeah.
And it's wild to me that we're still in Chicago, and it does feel like a different place, you know?
Yeah, I mean, because you're technically, like, if we're measuring from the center of, like, let's say from
9 miles from the loop.
Right, you're 9 miles from the loop.
Yeah, you're 9 miles from the loop. In Chicago, that, 9 miles doesn't seem like a lot. But we talking about Chicago.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's a lot. Because 1 mile could take you on as 10 minutes.
A lot.
Like 10, 15 minutes to go 1 mile. God, dog.
So, I mean, from Lakeview, that's 15 minutes.
Yeah, it took us about 20, 25. Yeah. It took us about 25 minutes to get there.
Okay, so 15, not 15, 25.
Yeah.
You had semantics.
That's a big difference. 10 minutes is a big difference. That's
facts.
That's
facts. I just don't like being wrong.
Yeah, well.
You say tough shit.
Yeah, tough shit here. You got to deal with this one, too. Hold on, let me get this
Don't give me that noise. Don't do it. Don't do it.
People, do y'all want to hear it?
Nope, they don't want to.
Okay, I'm sorry. We can move on now.
All the way on.
Dunning, though. That's Dunning. Very interesting story about how I got started.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have never in a million years thought that's something, I would have never thought.
Me neither.
I didn't know much about it. I'm glad every week we get to learn something about Chicago and this place, man. This like I said, this world big as hell. Mm-hmm. I would have never known. We got a lot of stories here in Chicago.
And for someone that likes to travel and not being able to travel as much as I would like to right now, obviously, because, Pandy.
Pandy.
It's nice to explore the city on like a deeper level, because you feel like you're learning something new. You're learning about new cultures. We've tried a different food almost every single time we've eaten out. Yeah. And most of it, to what I've tried, tastes authentic.
Yeah, I mean,
I hope. I think it's described as authentic. The reviews describe it as authentic, or articles or something we've read in the research either says it is, or so. I mean,
it's been fire.
We've traveled around the world within Chicago because of how diverse it is. So that's one thing. It's like if you love to travel and you can't right now, you can visit so many different cultures right in the city that you live in, and that's one of my favorite things, and that's why I love living here, because every single community area, every single neighborhood has such a unique, and even people of the same group. So Arabs in one part of the city are different than Arabs in another part of the city. So you're getting a completely different vibe everywhere you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
You get a $20 shawarma in the Loop, and then a $5 shawarma up north.
Yeah. Right. That's very true.
Different vibe.
That's very true. Yeah. I mean, you're not lying about that. I like what you said. You could travel the world here in Chicago.
Yeah.
Good boy, go ahead. Look, we might change the name of the tagline of 77 Flavors. Travel the world with us here in Chicago. Dang,
it's a long ass name.
That is, it's just a subtitle. I mean, catchphrase, whatever the hell you want to say.
Tagline.
Anyway, we ate and it was good.
Yeah. It was.
We want to talk about it?
You want to get us this money first, or?
Hey, get this money. We'll be back after the break.
Ba, 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 ba.
Hope you enjoyed the episode. Stay tuned for another dope episode. We got a really fun tour coming up for you after this one, chronologically, or however you listen to it, you can find it. But stay tuned. We'll see you next Monday. Until further notice, we having fun in Greece. We'll see you then. Peace.
Thank you so much for listening to today's episode, and we hope you loved it.
And if you could, please follow us on social media at 77 Flavors Shy on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and Twitter.
If you have any ideas or deep dives that you'd love us to do, please contact us at media@77flavorsshy. That's the number 77 flavors and shy for Chicago.com.
If you like visuals, please subscribe and follow and watch us on our YouTube channel at the same thing, 77 Flavors Shy, or search 77 Flavors of Chicago.
If you would like to support us monetarily, go ahead and click that Buzzsprout link in the description of this episode.
And as always, we gonna see you next week. Peace.